Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. All right, so Gary Payton II, he's headed to the Blazers for 3 years, 28 mil, and I'm speechless. I didn't think Golden State would actually let him walk, and I don't know that they let him walk, more so than probably just couldn't free up his space. But I know Golden State is devastated, like absolutely devastated. What happened there was essentially you removed the second most important defensive piece on their perimeter. That's what you did. And if we remember correctly, the Boston Celtics were really having their way with them without him. It was when they got back out there that he basically made them too much. So I don't know how Golden State's going to make up for this defensively. Obviously, you're going to empower Moses Moody and maybe look in free agency and maybe make another move here. But when you lose a player like this, you feel that. You feel that. Because what he provided was speed, athleticism, defense, scoring. He was all over the place all of the time. A stability in the locker room, a willingness to play roles. You don't easily replace Gary Payton II. That you do not. And it's amazing how he's turned his stock around to this degree. Because you were not talking about him like this just 2 years ago. But right now, that's one of the best defenders in the game. And I think you could argue the Blazers got a discount, to be completely honest with you. When you look at some of the contracts that were signed today, his look a lot better than some of those, to be completely honest with you. When you look at how he played, you look at how well he's been progressing over the last several years. You look how fast he recovered from that elbow injury. Man, he could have asked for more money. He most definitely could have asked for more money coming off a championship. Well, I'll tell you what, he's definitely going to enjoy his tenure in Portland because they're putting together something very good, they dang self. I'm not going to lie. Jeremy Grant, Gary Payton II, I like the defensive pieces that they're putting around Dame Lillard right now. Subtle, but very meaningful. Because what they now have is players that are going to effectively take the pressure off of Dame to have to really work hard defensively. Gary is going to take a lot of pressure off of him. You think about Shaedon Sharpe. I'm not sure what he does defensively, but I think about his athleticism. I think about Gary's athleticism. I think about Trent's athleticism. It's a kid by the name of Wilford, I believe his name is. I can't remember, but he's also a high fly act. I think about the fact that they got Simons back, nestled at 4 years. This is a Portland team that is going to make the playoffs. I want people to know that. And that's why I'm looking at KD and I'm saying if you're not coming to the Lakers, I really do think Portland's a team you should take 2 looks at before moving on to wherever you're going to look at, because I think that's a team that's putting together something pretty nice. I don't know what's going to happen with Josh Hart. I'm not sure. I really don't know. With all that they've done here, I think he's probably going to have to walk. But I like the team that they have thus far. I remember some of the pieces that they had on the back of their bench last year that they should be able to put in as role players. And look, Dame, if he comes back 100% healthy, he should feel pretty good about this team they have down there. I'm not saying they're a championship level team, but they have assets. They legitimately have assets. They're in a very good position to get better. And that's something they've been unable to say for the last couple of years. They've been very stagnant. But they got a new attitude. They got fresh new coaching. They got everything Dame should really want in terms of the situation, as far as feeling optimistic that it can be good going forward. I think he should feel that at this point, because that Gary Payton II acquisition is something that should directly make his game easier, so much easier. So I like the acquisition there. Lots of depth at the guard. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys, man. Golden State Warriors. I don't know what's gonna happen with Looney. Obviously, there hasn't been any news, but he's gonna get paid. If you haven't seen him move, that means he's probably going to be involved in whatever is about to happen. That's going to be huge, because it's some contracts that's going to be floating around, and I just have a weird feeling that some people are waiting for certain balls to drop so that they can slide into certain spots that guys are going to be vacating because of it. So if you haven't seen certain big pieces move or certain big guys sign you thought you would see sign, I think it's because they're waiting to see what happens. So it could get really interesting very, very shortly once Kyrie and KD get wherever they're headed. So yeah, that's what I gotta say, man. That is the news there. Portland, stand up. Your team is good. Your cap space situation is finally straight. You got a fresh new set of crop of players that are going to be flying all over the place, dunking. It's going to be one of the most exciting teams to watch in the Western Conference, I feel, with these high fly acts they just picked up. So yeah, enjoy that, you guys. My name is BDF44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.